Hello and welcome back to the part 3 of this video. In this video, we are going to take forward our study of the Tiger King. If you haven't viewed the part 1, go run and view that first because that will be the base to this video. You'll get to know the aim of the story. You'll get to know the prediction of the astrologers. You'll get to know who Tiger King was. And you'll get to know why he was named as the Tiger King. This is a fantastic story, very entertaining story. This should not be missed. So this is the part 2. Let us read with the section 2 of the story. Crown Prince Jung Jung Bahadur grew taller and stronger day by day. Crown Prince Jung Jung Bahadur, he grew up to be taller and stronger. No other miracle marked his childhood days apart from the events already described. The boy drank the milk. He was a royal baby. So I tell you, he drank the milk of an English cow, was brought up by an English nanny, tutored in English by an English man, saw nothing but English films, exactly as the crown princes of all the other Indian states. But what was different in him? That the miracle, the prediction was different in him. That was attached to his life. Exactly as the crown princes of all other Indian states did. When he came of age at 20, the state which had been with the court of wards until then came into his hand. When he came at the age of 20, he became the official prince of Pratibandhapuram. But everyone in the kingdom remembered the astrologers. But everybody in the kingdom remembered the astrologers' prediction. Many continued to discuss the matter. Slowly it came to the Maharaja's ears. There were innumerable forests in Pratibandhapuram states. Pratibandhapuram states had innumerable, so many forests. They had tigers in them. The Maharaja knew the old saying, you may kill even a cow in self-defense. अपने बचाव के लिए तो आप एक cow को भी kill कर सकते हो. When we can kill a cow in self-defense, the most revered animal, the most respected animal of Indian religion, cow. If you can kill that animal in self-defense, why can't you kill a tiger? Because it has already been predicted that this crown prince will meet his death through a tiger, and that is why he is known as a Tiger King. And he lives in a state where there are so many forests with so many tigers in them. Why can't he kill tigers? Why can't he hunt all the tigers? The Maharaja was thrilled beyond measure when he killed his first tiger. He sent for the state astrologer and showed him the dead beast. What do you say now? He demanded. Your Majesty, you may kill 99 tigers. आप 99 tigers exactly इसी manner में kill कर सकते हैं. But what? But he says, But what? But what? Speak without fear. But you must be very, very careful of the 100th tiger. What if the 100th tiger were also killed? अगर मैं 100 tiger को भी kill कर दूं तो? Because he had this indomitable courage, then I will tear up all my books. अगर आप 100 tiger को kill कर देंगे, then I will tear up all my books, set fire to them, and I shall cut off my tuft. Tuft is the choti that is attached. Crop my hair short and become an insurance agent. मैं astrology ही छोड़ दूंगा अगर मेरी astrology incorrect हुई. Because you are born in the hour of the bull and tigers are but enemies. So The astrologer finished on an incoherent note. I will give up upon everything if you will be able to kill the 100th tiger in the same manner. This is the Maharaja of Pratibandhapuram, and this is the state astrologer. Welcome to the part 3. From that day onwards, it was a celebration time for all the tigers inhabiting Pratibandhapuram. The state band सारे के सारे टाइगर्स के लिए ये बहुत ही अच्छा टाइम था. क्या एक्चुअल में था? नो, बिकॉज टाइगर्स हैड no idea that the king of Pratibandhapuram is going to sweep them away just like that. The state banned tiger hunting by anyone except the Maharaja. A proclamation was issued, a declaration was issued to the effect that if anyone dared to fling so much so as a stone at a tiger, all his wealth and property would be confiscated. This was declared. ये डिक्लेयर कर दिया गया कि अगर एक स्टोन भी एक टाइगर को किसी ने हिट किया तो उसकी सारी प्रॉपर्टी कॉन्फिस्केट कर ली जाएगी, छीन ली जाएगी. दिस वॉज द डेक्लेरेशन दैट वॉज मेड. Can you see now, for the personal interest, in order to save his one life on the basis of prediction, he is ready to take the lives of the 100 tigers. He has already killed one tiger. During that time the story was written, tiger hunting was in vogue, was in trend, and especially English people, they come to Indian forest to kill a tiger, to hunt a tiger. So for his personal interest, the Maharaja vowed he would attend to all other matters only after killing the 100 tigers. अपनी सारी princely duties, kingship duties, he set all them aside, that I will kill the 100 tigers first, and then I will attend to all the other duties. So on priority list he will kill 100 tigers. Initially that king seemed well set to release his ambition. Not that he faced no dangers. ऐसा नहीं है कि उन्होंने कोई danger face नहीं किया. There were times when the bullet missed its mark, the tiger leapt upon him and he fought the beast with his bare hands. Each time it was Maharaja who won. Yes, there was dangers attached to the tiger hunting, but he yielded them all. He won them all. At another time he was in danger of losing his throne. One event happened that he felt that he might lose his throne. How? A high ranking, I told you that English people specifically came to Indian forest in order to hunt a tiger and get a picture with that. A high ranking British officer visited Pratibandhapuram. He was very fond of hunting tigers and fonder of being photographed. Yes, he was fond of hunting, but he was more fonder of being photographed with the tigers he had shot. As usual, he wished to hunt tigers in Pratibandhapuram, but the Maharaja was firm in his resolve. He has decided that nobody else apart from him would hunt the tigers. He refused permission. I can organize any other hunt. You may go on a boar hunt, you may conduct a mouse hunt, we are ready for a mosquito hunt, but tiger hunt, that's impossible. The British officer's secretary sent word to the Maharaja through the Diwan that the Durai himself did not have to kill the tiger. The Maharaja could do the actual killing. So they proposed the very fact that Englishman or the Durai will not kill the tiger. The Maharaja will hunt the tiger, and what's important to him is being photograph of himself holding the gun. So Maharaja will do the deed with the tiger, with hunting of the tiger, and the Englishman or the British officer will get the photograph with the gun and the tiger's carcass. The carcass is basically the dead body. But the Maharaja would not agree even to this proposal. If he relented now what would he do if other British officers turned up for tiger hunts? What will he do? Because he prevented a British officer from fulfilling his desire, the Maharaja stood in danger of losing his kingdom himself. He was in doubt that अगर और भी ब्रिटिश ऑफिसर्स आ गए तो ना केवल लाइफ तो जाएगी टाइगर से, उसके साथ साथ किंगडम भी चला जाएगा. So what did he do? He tried to give a bait to the British officer by offering. What did he offer? Diamond rings to the first lady of the British officer, to the mistress, to the wife. Because he prevented a British officer from fulfilling his desire, the Maharaja stood in danger of losing his kingdom itself. The Maharaja and the Diwan held deliberations over this issue. As a result, a telegram was dispatched forthwith to a famous British company of jewelers in Calcutta, send samples of expensive diamond rings of different designs. Some 50 rings arrived. The Maharaja sent a whole lot to the British officer's good lady. The king and the minister expected the Duraisani to choose one or two rings and send the rest back. With no time at all, the Duraisani sent her reply, "Thank you so much for your gifts." In 2 days, a bill of 3 lakh rupees came from British jewelers. The Maharaja was happy that though he had lost 3 lakh of rupees, he had managed to retain his kingdom. He has managed to retain his need to hunt the tigers. So this is how the Tiger King was leading a fight to save his kingdom, to save his life, and what he has to do, he has to kill a number of tigers. So on that note, let us wait for the part 3 of this video. In this, we'll end this chapter and we'll move towards the high level analysis. Soon, my dear students, a syllabi that we have covered, because half yearly is going to approach really soon. What I expect you from people is, I am going to give you a test from the literature section, first of all from the poetry section, and you just have to attempt that test and have to send it on my WhatsApp number. If you have any query regarding the online, offline classes, you can WhatsApp us on this number, can reach out us, just say a hi and we'll definitely reply to you. Thank you so much on that, and do mention your name, your school name also, and your location also. So on that note, this is Neha ending the part 2 of the Tiger King. Thank you.